Hello all. In Pedagogy of English, in Teaching Competency Level 2, we are going to look into a new topic, that is vocabulary, where we will deal with the homophones and homonyms. So before entering into the topic, we should know what is meant by vocabulary. So vocabulary is also known as lexicon. It is a set of words, typically the set in a language or the set known as an individual. The word vocabulary, which is originated from the Latin word, that is vocabulum, meaning a word or a name. Come, let us see how to write a lesson plan for this vocabulary. Yes, let me tell you about the synopsis, how we can divide this particular vocabulary for the 9th standard topic, like lesson plan, vocabulary, homonyms, homophones, prefix, suffix and the teaching aids we are going to use in this particular topic. We are going to split, or we are going to make the students understand about our concept in this way, that is called as instructional objectives. How the homonyms are defined and giving some examples for that homonyms, and defining homophones by giving some example for the homophones. Then comes the prefix. What is prefix and how it is defined by giving some examples. The same goes with the suffix by giving some examples. So this is how you have to frame the instructional objectives. Next comes the instructional resources required. So in this particular topic, we are choosing models and charts as the teaching aids. It can be called as instructional resources or else instructional materials or teaching aids. Let us see how we can ask few questions related to the topic to make the students much relatable and understand the topics more clearly. Like testing the previous knowledge of the learner. What is a sentence? So when we are asking a question to the students will be able to answer the question like, sentence is a group of words which is arranged in an order to give a complete meaning. Likewise, by asking some same sound with different meaning. Say for example, in. We can show the difference by giving the letters like in and in. That is, in is preposition, is the hotel. No, K-N-O-W, and no, N-O, So K-N-O-W is known as known, and no like saying no for any answers. So coming to the next slide, that is how we can divide this particular homophones and homonyms into different subheadings like content, specification, learning experience and evaluation. So this is how we have to divide the lesson plan of vocabulary. First comes the homonyms. So in content we have to write homonyms, and in specification how we can define the homonyms. In this learning experience, the teacher will define the homonyms with the help of others, and homonyms are words with similar sound and spelling but with a different meaning. So students will listen carefully. So this is how the learning experience should be written in that particular column. Then comes the evaluation. In evaluation session, we have to ask a question, what in the specification part you have asked. So the define can be asked as a question in the evaluation part. Next comes the content, like examples of homonyms. So in specification part you can write as give. And in learning experience, the content we have given as examples of homonyms. So the teacher can ask some examples related to the homonyms with the help of the teaching aids, models or chart. Example like will, will was written without the knowledge of the family. WILL is another homonium which is nothing but I will fight for justice and fair plans. So the students writes down the examples and listens carefully. So this is how the learning experience part should be. Then comes the evaluation, which has to go with the question, like in the specification, give some examples of homonyms. So this is how a lesson plan for vocabulary should be written. So these are some content, specification, learning experience and evaluation for the particular topic, homonyms and homophones. Next comes the prefix and suffix. The same way you can write in content, specification, learning experience and evaluation. So these are the things you can write it for the lesson plan. Then comes the recapitulation. Recapitulation is nothing but the recap of the particular topic. Then comes with the home assignment. So like explain homonyms, homophones, prefix and suffix with the examples. The lesson plan can be ended with the getting the signature of the student, getting the signature of the guide teacher and the teacher educator. So here are some teaching aids. This is the chart like for homonyms and homophones. Thank you.